is an elite Yelper. What she will be presenting to us today is a sequel to her speech last week. Last week, she gave us, why don't you Yelp about it? This is a continuation to that. The title of her speech is Need to be Elite. Mm-hmm. This is project number 2, connecting with your audience in innovative planning. She'll be giving us a speech on a topic that is unfamiliar to majority of us, and she will adapt as necessary to maintain engagement. She has to engage us in 7 to 10 minutes. She is an elite Yelper of 10 years and has written 1,281. I repeat, 1,281 Yelp reviews. Please help me welcome with a round of applause, Tamara. Need to be elite. Tamara, IPI.
Thank you, Bert. Good morning, Toastmasters and honored guests. I just want to make sure, do I sound okay? Is the sound, can everyone hear me? Okay, great. Okay, so this is a continuation from my speech from last week entitled, Why Don't You Yelp About It?, where I talked about Yelping as a form of expression and encourage people to write Yelp reviews during this time to get creative and get your creative juices flowing because we're all stuck at home. And Yelp reviews for me, just as a recap, have been a really good outlet. It allows me to practice my writing skills and also promote a business that I visited and share photos, be creative with my photos and promoting that business. And it also lets me get things off my chest. Say I had a not so great experience at a business, I can write about it on Yelp and just let that go, feel better about, sharing my opinions and ideas. And again, others may have had the same experience. So you kind of want to give your opinion about where you've been, and maybe somebody experienced the same thing and they thought they were targeted, but once they read your review, they'll realize, okay, I wasn't targeted. It's just kind of how the business operates. So this week I want to focus on being a Yelp elite, and I'm going to talk about what that is, why it's need to be elite. Oh, sorry, let me see if I share my screen here. Okay, so my outline here, what is a Yelp elite, why it's neat to be a Yelp elite, and how to become a Yelp elite. So what is Yelp elite? Yelp recognizes people who contribute to Yelp. So it's a subgroup of people that write reviews, and they post a lot of photos, they check in everywhere they go, they add tips for businesses, and then they communicate with other Yelpers. I have Yelp friends all across the US. Surprisingly, you would ask, why would you be friends with somebody in like New York or the country of Turkey? I don't know. I just, people will add you and you build this community, and it's helped me learn about different places all over the world, what's going on in their neighborhood, what they find interesting, etc. So Yelp elites also attend exclusive events with other local elites. These events are featuring businesses and vendors that are trying to gain business or that just want exposure. And now, I've been on tours of 5-star hotels where the hotel manager will give me free alcohol, free dinner, a stay at the spa, or and then also comes with free entertainment. Everything's comped. I've also, and today I'm like attending a virtual event where a local bar that's struggling is going to show us how to make their signature cocktail, and we'll all be doing that along with them. So these elite events are only available to elites. They are limited number of entrances, or yeah, so not everyone that signs up will get in. It's very, and each time it's the process on who gets into these events is really, it's unknown. Sometimes it might be somebody that's been an elite Yelper for 10 years gets in, or it might be they're trying to get new people that just became elite a taste of what a Yelp Elite event is. Again, I get to learn about top-rated businesses and small businesses that are trying to get exposure. And an elite membership lasts 1 year. You have to reapply every year, and it's free to join, open to anyone. It's not limited to young people or old people. It's everyone across the board is welcome to become an elite member. Okay, so here's an example of an elite event and why it's neat to be elite. This is one event I attended last year at Henry's Ocean View Dining in Huntington Beach, where the restaurant was inside the Waterfront Hotel in Huntington Beach. They remodeled, they rebranded, and opened a brand new restaurant with the new chef. And I got a 3-course meal valued at $300 for 2 people. And all I had to do was pay the tax at the end. It only cost me $20. And I just wrote a review on their Yelp event page talking about my experience there, which is awesome. So my first photo on the left, I have a picture of the receipt. Again, it was $300. The middle photo is kind of partial view. I got to dine outdoors right next to the pool. I didn't get the other view, which is the street. Right across the street was the beach. And then I ordered a $100 steak. It's neat to be elite because you also get to support small businesses during this time. Yelp has recognized how this COVID-19 has put a lot of businesses in danger of filing for bankruptcy, and it's just been a real struggle. So we've had to become creative in promoting businesses, and businesses have become creative in keeping afloat during this time. So one way of doing that, Yelp had an event called Yelp's Big Night In, where they asked elites all across the United States to buy food from their favorite restaurant on a certain day, on a Saturday, and post that food on your social media, on your Yelp, and tag the business. So on my photo on the left, I chose to feature this island grill place called Faca's Island Grill in Santa Ana. I have a picture of the food here. I kind of dressed it up with like a pineapple in the background. It's got like a little island theme. I also decided to feature my favorite brewery, the brewery in Placentia. There's a beer can there. It doesn't look like a beer can, but it is. And so you can see I tagged the businesses on Instagram. So the minute you hit the little icon there, it takes you right to their business page. I also put the hashtag Yelp Big Night In. Other Yelpers that also hashtag that can look at that post and then learn more about that business. So that's one way Yelp's been creative in helping small businesses locally and getting the word out that they're still open, they're still operating, and you know I feel compelled to help out as an elite for small businesses and just businesses in general. On the right, I have a picture of poutine fries, which is a type of Canadian like comfort food, I guess, that was done by, so Poutine Brothers is a business that is a food truck. They were trying to stay creative and keep afloat during this time. So they held an event where they showed us how to make poutine fries. They provided the ingredients. We met up with them, picked it up, and then the next day we had a Zoom event where they showed us how to cook it. We were cooking alongside them, and then we got to learn their story of how they became a small business, and it just gave me more insight into who they are and why they do their thing. And you know, you just felt again compelled to help them out because you know right now is a really hard time to keep afloat with the food truck business. So again, that's why it needs to be elite. It's so easy to write a review, but it's also contributing to the community and to local small businesses that are trying to stay afloat. Now, finally, how do you become a Yelp elite? So you have to have a Yelp account, like in my last speech. It's free to sign up. I encourage you to check in on Yelp everywhere you go. Again, when you check in, you might have some cool check-in deals that you wouldn't have gotten had you not checked in. On the Yelp, that business's page on Yelp, there's a portion where you can add tips about that business, like order the poutine fries instead of the regular fries, stuff like that. It may seem insignificant, but a lot of people look at reviews, especially restaurants. You know, if I go somewhere I've never been, I want to know like what's good to order. So it's best to add a tip everywhere you go to a business if you have one. Write reviews. Obviously, they're looking at if you're writing reviews. However, it doesn't matter if you don't have that many reviews. You can be an elite member and only have 20 reviews, but if you've been checking in and adding photos, then that's really going to help you get an elite status. So then you're going to apply to be a Yelp Elite on the Yelp Elite squad page on the Yelp website. Basically, they're going to ask you in 4 sentences or less, why should you be elite? That's it. That's basically the application. And really they're looking at, are you posting pictures? Are you checking in, writing reviews, etc. That's where the work comes in. And then you'll wait for a response from the Yelp community manager via email. And that's it. If I didn't give my time, John, okay. That is.
Oh, you're right on time.
Thank you. Last week I went over. So that's my speech on why it's neat to be elite in a nutshell. I encourage everyone during this time to get creative, get your creative juices flowing by writing reviews about local businesses, helping them promote and stay afloat during this time. Also, promoting them on your social media page and tagging Yelp, that helps out a lot. And that's how you get noticed through Yelp community managers that you're actively trying to, you know, promote businesses and be a member of the community. That helps out. And with that, I'll turn it back to the Toastmaster, Mr. Toastmaster. Thank you.